It's Mr. Blanks with another video. We're gonna jump right into this. These are cards I would probably consider either selling or not playing in this weekend's YCS. You got Ghost Mourner right here. Ghost Mourner. Best thing about Ghost Mourner is like, okay, it's a good card, but a lot of players don't know when to use it, as well as like Effect Veiler. But due to it's not the OCG ruling, I'll probably stay away from this card. Just don't even consider picking this up. And if you got the Attorney Code version, I would sell those. Those are sitting around $14. I would sell those. Definitely the first edition one, or most of them are first edition. I would just sell this one. Ghost Sister Spooky Dogwood. This card, like, due to games don't really go into time like that anymore. This card felt completely out of favor. If you got the Dark Nearstorm ones, I would definitely sell those as soon as possible. The biggest thing about this is that this card doesn't really see play, and then even when it did see play, it was dependent on how your opponent played around it. That's me. I would definitely recommend not playing this card if possible. I would definitely sell extra copies if you have this. Bistio. Okay. Right now, because the Bistio is more likely, except for Baldrake, will probably get reprinted this year. The Baldrake might even get reprinted this year because Konami has shown that they'll reprint any Photon, or not Photon Hypernova. They really reprinted two, but any card from a January core set, they'll reprint within the same year if needed. My thing with this is this, with these cards. If you do not need them, I will sell them. Bestial Rebellion might be the only one that's like I would definitely sell. Magma Hut 2. You do have with Cyberstorm access, the Bestial cards might go up. This is my case. If you want to pick them up now, you can. But if you don't need them, especially the Bestial Rebellion, I'll sell it before this price does crash. In my opinion, I would definitely recommend selling the Bestial Rebellion. That price is at, of course, coming out of Darkwing Blast. Right now, it's about $69-$70. Sell it as soon as possible. There's nothing worse than having a card you're not using and it drops in value while you could have sold it. Raigekis. A lot of players do not like Raigeki. I don't think Raigeki is a bad card. I truly believe Dark is better because Dark gets rid of problems on your side. It's worse if you're going first because then you gotta blow up your own board. Unless you're playing a deck that either cards like going to graveyard that they can activate effects, like getting destroyed, or like to get off the field that you could, reset your board. Raigeki not bad, but if they give you an Ibly or Contact or some kind of card and you have no way out it, Dark Hole's a lot better. Raigeki is a card because with the new structure deck, but where the trap tricks have common printing, if you have any high rarity value Raigeki, you don't want to play it, you can just sell it. Like, because Mountain Gold's $1.32. Even now, even a common one is about 70 cents. Rare at a structure deck's about $1.50. Like, I would definitely recommend selling them, but I would definitely not play this weekend. I would stay away from playing these. Forbidden Droplet, not a bad card. The main issue I see with this, okay, the top three decks, it doesn't do anything against, or top five decks, it doesn't do anything against Labyrinth. Like, you got to activate it at weird times, and sometimes you can miss timing. Two, right, you can, but Dark Riddle is just a lot better because you have to activate it, and you got to send certain cards to the graveyard that they do not be able to activate in response. Three, Kashtira, you can, but if Rise Heart's on the field, this card's completely dead. Four, Runic, you can with Runic. Like, you can with Runic. Like, unlike Bright and Branded, You can, depending on the board. You can with Kashtira and Labyrinth. And Runic, you can, as long as you send a monster. You have to send a monster that Nat Beast cannot respond to it. If you can't, Nat Beast just go negate it. That's me. I would definitely, like, this card is 50-50. This card is no go against a Rhyhorn. Just if you know your opponent playing Kashtira, don't even side this in. Just leave it in extra deck. Just leave it in your side deck. Just leave it in your side deck. Dimension Shifter. I like this card. Only two main decks. I mean, Sprite can play this. Only two main decks I know that are within the meta / rogue tiers can play this. Flunderies and Kashtira. Kashtira doesn't really need to play this anywhere because they just set on a Rhyhorn, and this just does that but better. In my opinion. And honestly, if you got like the 2019 Ghost of Carcassonne copies, I'll probably sell those. Those are, $2-3. Like, and even if it's either reprint, it's gonna be a lot cheaper. It's gonna because this card can't be used in every deck. When it was at its peak, it was like $10, but that was mainly because it was used in like Flunderers against Tournament. Twin Twisters. Like Twin Twisters, not a bad card. I think people got away from this card because it was a one for one because you got to use this card, discard another card to get 2 cards off the field. But it says up to 2. That's why it was a lot better. My thing is this: Cosmic Cyclone's a lot better. In my previous video, I would say Cosmic Cyclone, even Lightning Storms, Harpy's Feather Duster to a certain degree, are better than Twin Twisters right now. Because Cosmic Cyclone, you're better off because with Runic, even Labyrinth, the thing with Labyrinth, you want to go Harpy's Feather Duster. A lot of times you want to go Harpy's Feather Duster unless if they activate anti-spell on your turn, you literally just wait for them to change, just wait for them to activate a certain card, and then you go Cosmic. In my opinion. Other than that, there's nothing too much. The card's not bad. It's not the most optimal card to use for back row destruction. Cool card, different contact. This card requires a lot of commitment. Plus, a lot of players don't know how to play with it. It's just a card. If you pull this and say you have unlimited boxes, you pull this, sell it. It's not a card I would have sided because sometimes the player just doesn't know how to activate this card. I would just not even consider myself playing this card. Just stay away from this card. Like until there's a format where this becomes more viable. Solemn Judgment, not a bad card. Issue with this is a lot of times, anytime with Solemn Judgment, you kind of need Solemn Judgment in like twos. You need to have 2 Solemn Judgments because sometimes if you have 3, you can like literally end the turn, but 1 maybe, depending on what you use it on too. If you use that at the wrong time, person can play right through it, OTK you. That's why Solemn Judgments, you really have to be careful about Solemn Judgment. Just because paying half literally just end the duel against the wrong deck. Book of Eclipse, a lot of people say it's been falling out of favor. I still like Book of Eclipse, but I do understand why it is. I think Book of Moon is better, and in the last video I explained why I would go Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse. A lot of times, all you need to do is flip one monster face down. Plus, the monster doesn't get flip face back up at the end turn. Because if you go Book of Eclipse, like, okay, for example, if you Book of Eclipse like a plasma or a monster that's a floodgate, it can flip back up and effects still respond. If you go Book of Moon at the right time, they can't flip it up and then just go boom. It's one of those things. And Book of Eclipse does flip everything face down, but you sometimes don't need that whole board flip face down. You just need one interaction. The last one, only Book of Lunar Eclipse. Yeah, this card was expensive because people say, "Oh, you can flip two monsters." Nah, it's not good. This card is absolute dog water. The reason why I say that is this card is worse than both Book of Eclipse and Book of Moon. Book of Moon is one for one, but it doesn't require you to discard, and Book of Moon doesn't require you for your opponent to draw at the end phase when the cards are flipped face up. And the reason why this is worse than Book of Eclipse because you have to discard one, and they have to be two monsters on the field. Sometimes you have to book your own monsters. Sometimes that could ruin your your plays. But that's it. Mr. Blanks, subscribe, hit that like button, smash that like button, share, comment down in the comment section. What do you think about these cards? What deck you think is going to win the YCS 250? I truly believe it's going to be Cash Terror, but that's me. Thank you for watching. Peace.